welcome back to Desktop Explorer. Last time we've managed to gain access to the Maximus account, and now we've got to explore what is hiding in here. As far as we know, this is the account of the missing girl, Maxine, and the reason our uncle had this computer. But I don't think he ever managed to get into this. So we're the first one to have solved all of the mysteries. Immediately checking the bin because it showed something was in there. And it says, do not open. Yes, can't be opened while in the waste bin. We can restore it. Where does it go to? Okay, desktop. And we will need a password for it anyway. Ras, please input password. But I assume that's therefore one of our objectives. Well, maybe let's start with the chronologue that's been left here, because that will maybe help us meet the person, right? I understand now. There is no point writing here anymore. So I'll write to Desktop Explorer directly one last time. Okay, so when you write in the chronologue, it's Desktop Explorer reading your thoughts. I've thrown you in the trash and hidden you behind a riddle, one that will hopefully fuel your anger. In art, as in everything else, it's always good to remember the greats. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Those who held my hand during my creative process, those who are nothing like you, who I aspire to be. They give me something. One word you will never take away from me. You will be locked forever, since no one has or will ever understand me. Good riddance, everything, and goodbye forever. Okay, so this is her final message before she's gone missing. And yeah, she seems to be writing directly to the Desktop Explorer. Was it tormenting her as well? Like, what is this software? Where did it come from? And why is it doing this? But yes, we're looking for a single word in relation to the greats, right? But I presume this will be another one of those. We gotta dig through lots of things before we can open this. So I'm just gonna note this down and we'll keep an eye out. And we got to write our own journal entry as well, so that the Desktop Explorer can know what we're thinking about. My first lead. Why would she write goodbye forever? I understand running away. I've had those feelings before, but I could never think of leaving everybody behind for real. One thing is for certain. Max played Desktop Explorer. This could be related to her disappearance. She'd write just like Uncle Hal, leaving a riddle with a poetic goodbye. If only he knew about this, maybe everything would have been different. If I see what she saw, understand what she felt, I just know that will give me the clues to find her. My first lead is that it has to do with her sketchy files and her downloads. All of this feels like a complete breakdown. Okay, sketchy downloads files. Yes, I was going to go snoop in folders after I've done this, so good to know there are some sketchy files. But yes, it feels like this Desktop Explorer software. Obviously, it was tormenting our uncle about what happened to his brother and the guilt he felt, but it feels like maybe for her it was different. For her, it was tormenting her about difficult things were happening in her life. It's customized to your own difficulties. So far, it has not noticed that we are here and we're a new person, but I assume if it did, it would also torment us. And well, what's your sketchy downloads? Some sort of pictures, trash. But this looks like there's some sort of file name, like Maximus, and then some sort of date. But we don't see what the first folder is. It ended on S, so it could be anything. This game makes you think, like, what would people think about you if they were digging for your computer? I mean, my computer is just full of my YouTube stuff, so they'll be like, wow, they really like recording themselves. Okay, this is another one with I crossed out I, but here we have something.com, right? So this is a website, and then post, and then Maximus. Oh, maybe we're just getting like pieces of this. Yes, we're getting pieces of the address in each of them. Okay. So it's fridgemagnets.com, posts, Maximus, and then this date. Okay, well, let's go in the web surfer. There is a bunch of things here. So this is her search history in the Fiddler, how to recover next room's password. We have next rooms here. So I assume it's some sort of game or something like that. Maybe like a chat room. The Sweater Store Days, that's the band from the background. Digital art contest. Yes, it sounds like she was into art because that's where she wanted to go to school for. Sketchy brush strips. Next room small. Okay, so that's for this. Small and next rooms. Next room desktop explorer. Okay, so she got the desktop explorer from this from this other software. Sounds maybe like a Second Life thing if that's a mall that you go to. Yeah, Pizzaro. Next room desktop explorer share. She wanted to spread it to other people. Don't do that. And then Division Terrace Bridge. I assume that's a location of some sort, but we can't click it because we have no internet still. Life is hard with no internet. Oh, we can click on mail. It's Maxine Saunders' inbox. So lots of forgotten password for next rooms. And color newsletter. I assume for like art stuff. That's the websites that we're gonna be going to if we can. In her history, I guess. It looks like she forgets her password a lot. She's the kind of person that's like, I don't remember my password, so every time I just request a new one. That or someone was already using her account trying to get into her things. Okay. History. She got the quest chart, so the maps. Home to Reno bus station. Okay, so Hook Street to Reno bus station. Like, this is 828 miles. Why is she going there? It's not like she's looking up her local bus station to go somewhere. She's trying specifically to go to Reno. And like, wasn't she 15? She wasn't exactly going to drive there. I guess she's going to transit center nearby first. And then taking some sort of form of transportation. And then home to Division Terrace Bridge. Okay, that's nearby. Why are you going to a bridge? That doesn't sound good. Okay, that's all the history, but it says as long as you write exact web address or find a working hyperlink, right, we can restore a page. So if we go to the fridge magnets, there we go. So we're at the fridge magnets, and this is her art progress posts. Each of these works represents steps in the progress of a piece. I named them after my favorite artists. Funny how their initials spell what I feel when creating art. Okay, so this might be the reference to the greats. Yeah, Rembrandt, Warhol, Picasso, O'Keeffe, Edward. Their initials spell what I feel when creating art. Well, RWPOE, that doesn't spell anything. But I assume we need those letters. Maybe if we rearrange them or add their full names. Because obviously this is just their surnames. And then we have post from Femur. Whoa, I've been following you for a while, and I'm gonna say you're really good for your age. My personal inspiration is Mexican fighter Frida Kahlo. I really expect strong artistic woman, and you seem like one. We should be friends. I'm like, yeah, there might be just a nice person, but every time I'm like, oh yeah, young teens on the internet and someone sending them compliments and be like, we should be friends. I'm like, I'm worried. Who is this person? Especially that they immediately reference her age. Like, how they know how old she is. But yes, is RWPOE an anagram for something? Like, can we make a word out of this? Power? I think is the only one that comes to mind. Is that the answer? Okay, well, there is nothing else we can follow on this website. So let's close all of those. We don't need them. Does that open, do not open? Yes, it does. Okay, pain inside. Should we see? You'll have to carry that weight. Okay, we're being warned about the content. Oh, is the desktop explorer installed? I was like, what could possibly be here? Like, what are we about to learn? But we're about to get the desktop explorer installed, and yes, as I said, it was probably tormenting her about something very specific. Okay, well, we know it's here, but let's see if there's anything else. Okay, she doesn't have any documents, except for this hidden weird encryption key. Encryption key, okay, it's some sort of reference grid, right? So we might be seeing numeric codes where numbers are paired, and that will let us reference a letter in this grid. Okay, we shall keep that as well, because that's probably important. Nothing else in her documents. Next room, I assume, yeah, we need username and password. Next rooms is now permanently offline. Log in to read previous data in offline mode and relive conversation with friends and our chat log replay feature on behalf of the FM. Thank you so much for being our room. Yes, so it was some sort of like digital live chat room thing. But yes, we need her login details. Unfortunately, no internet, so we can't use her email to recover her password. Then screensavers. Man, oh man, computers are hard. I'll write this here in case I forget. I can change my screensavers through my start menu setting screensavers. I could stare at Aurora for hours, talk about the trip. Whoa. Okay, well, we were talking about the screensavers last time. When I was like, oh, old-time screensavers, I wonder if there's anything in them. And yes, this is the Aurora. And obviously, it's set to 5 minutes, which you would do that with normal screensavers. But if we set it to 10 seconds and then look at it, I know there's a preview, but I wonder if we have to, like, naturally actually get to the screensaver. Is there something hidden in it? I assume the game actually waits for your inactivity and does actually pop in the screensaver. Yes, there we go. It's been a long time since I've seen a screensaver, because obviously these days there is no reason for them. Okay, I'm just yapping through this to see if anything happens, but it doesn't appear like it does. Like it's just a screensaver with lots of colors popping around. Okay, well, I'll keep it in mind still, as there might be something eventually, right, in one of them. Okay, well, looks like we gotta therefore install Desktop Explorer, because otherwise we don't have the info of where to go next, right? We need it to give us the puzzles and to show us the pain, laying out evidence. Oh, oops. I left my screensaver at the short time. Now I can't change it. Helen, thank you for installing Desktop Explorer. I thought something weird was about to happen. Yep, he's cursed. Hey, hello again. I wasn't really expecting you to come back. That's a surprise. Yeah, because you thought you got rid of her. It's been a while since we saw each other. How about a replay? I'll go over everything as if it was your first time installing Desktop Explorer. Okay, so she got to the end of whatever Desktop Explorer prepared for her. Desktop Explorer offers the best experience when understanding the user's needs. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, yeah, so then it scans for your deepest secrets. I see you really enjoy drawing and browsing the internet, huh? You also seem to be quite active in chat rooms. You will be presented with puzzles around Sketchy and next rooms. Be ready to put your accuracy to the test and see what your friends really think. I'm having some trouble setting up the next puzzles. Oh no! Oh, don't worry about me. I've got some aces up my sleeve. Take your time, dear. Good luck. Okay, so yes, I didn't really truly appreciate it the first time around, but yes, it does scan your computer, learns about you, but also scans your soul, learns about your deepest secrets, and then torments you. You closed my file. You closed my secret document. I want it open in case I need it. Okay, what you have for us? Desperate steps. You've always felt as if you're running from something. You've never known what it is or why it follows. You look around and it seems no one is around to help. Surrounded by abandoned buildings, you could go anywhere. When life overwhelms you with possibilities, it's always best to stay still. And we've got the skyline. Okay, we've got a moon and some buildings. Do we still have the color lens? Yes, we do. There's none of the color logos here, right? There is a moon, but that's not the same thing. But I'm just like, it might be a thing again. It wants us to stay still. Well, I assume it means we wanna go in here. Advice is good. Should be taken literally. Okay, well, I assume, yeah, we have to remove the wave out of the text so that all of the text is not moving. So now nothing should be moving. We saved the source code. It saved it as a copy, but nothing has happened. Oh, is it not a game of we're changing the source code of the thing? Is it a game of wait for the screensaver? Yeah, okay. Because even though I set it to 5 minutes, it is now going into it quite quickly, and also this is not the screensaver I selected, so it's taking us to this specific one in the maze. It goes, sometimes life feels like it runs on repeat. Yes, and it has this caterpillar image over there. And single step, all it takes to stop walking in circles. Yes, can I like turn? Okay, now I can turn. I can walk around. It's not working as a screensaver anymore. So we can go around in this maze. There's a key there. It's now interactive. Okay. Now it's a butterfly. And we collect this gem that we saw there. There we go. Give me the gem. It's not a gem? Oh, it turned me around. Now I'm on the ceiling. Okay, this might be something for later then. Because the first step might be getting the key then. And opening the door. Okay, so this way. Okay, it's blocked from both sides, so we actually do need to be on the ceiling. I just thought I wouldn't be able to collect it then. Okay, so now let's go back to where the key is. It's kind of hard to navigate this maze because when I think I've passed a wall, I'm actually still alongside a wall. Okay, now we can get past. Get the key. Okay, the door is now here, but we can't go to it because it's blocked off, which means we have to go back to the gem that turns us around. Okay. Okay, it turned us around, but it's also giving us a weird vision now. Things are weird. Walls are moving. Very trippy. Okay. Let's get through this door. Hi there. Who are you? New file added. Okay, another chronologue. Dear diary, I love this thing. I decorated my room, and my room is just so cute. I don't think my dad knew how much I would use this thing, but next rooms with my friends is like hanging with them 24/7. LOL. I know I'm going to forget my account again, so here it is for the future. The Max sweaters 1, 2, 3. Okay. Easy. I was going to write it in my notebook, but my mom has been going through my stuff lately. Nothing is sacred. Everything I do is on next rooms anyway, so good luck with that, Mom. Yeah, this is like my parents. They snoop, but they don't know technology. Okay, well, let's get them passwords. Good, you should now be able to log into next rooms again, you know, with your credentials. More puzzles will follow when you arrive. Log in. Welcome to Next Room's offline mode. You'll be able to revisit past conversation in the forms of cutscenes. You can move around and interact with objects, okay. Floor 665, okay. Almost evil. My room. People 1 out of 10. Yeah, no chat in offline mode. Read the manual to learn more. Okay, there is actually a manual. Okay, roomies are the player avatars, and floors are the servers. Can interact. Okay, we have the chat log, inventory, and going to other floors. Then there's the offline notice with the chat replay. You will still need your credential to enter offline mode. The first time you log in, it will take some time to restore your friends, their rooms, and your chat logs. To prioritize the recovery of a roomie, re-add them to your list with their roomie code. Okay, we can't just access everything she ever had on it, right? We have to figure out who the people were and then re-add them. And then, yes, we have adding roomies, but we need to find their roomie codes. So currently, we've got no one. So therefore, we have no chat logs because they're not restored. Nothing in our inventory. Interestingly, those are folders. So potentially, we can then mess with the contents of those things. And we don't know any other servers. So there is pinboard. Whenever you find an instant photograph, you'll be able to come back to your room and see them. Okay, so we have to find some. Speaker with the Max's favorite track, play music, sure. It's glitching out. You also have a little computer in your room. Your personal computer. There's a piece of paper stuck in the printer. Computer file and PG has been added to your inventory. You can access it anytime by opening, yes, or inventory. Okay. There it is. Computer file. Next room's roomie codes, recovery, roomie code. Okay, so we can add a couple people. Let's do that now then. Invite roomie. Good news, the chat log from Hazel has been restored. Knock on their door or use the menu to visit them. Okay, and then we still have a second one. This one's underlined. Femur. Okay, she did connect with Femur. I'm still concerned about that. Okay, so we can visit Hazel. and visit Femur. I assume we can like do it by walking around as well, so that we can see places. Okay, so this is our room. Who's this then? There's Bunny Rabbit. They've got arcade machines. We didn't get that. Okay, restoring conversation with Hazel. 17th of December, 96. I should have probably written down when she went missing. That would have helped. Hazel, yo Max, how's it going? Did you rent the game I told you about? Managed to beat it before returning it? Dude, it's impossible. I know stage 5 is the last level, but relays, no continuous? Give me a break. Ah, yeah, I get it. I thought you would be using the Konjami code to get 100 lives. What? Konjami code? You don't know it? Any gamer knows about the Konjami code. It's present in many games and it's pretty simple too. You just need to follow a few cardinal directions most of the time. And you didn't tell me this, Sonner, because... Ah, my bad. It's easy, but be sure to write it down. The code is as follows. North, west, south, east, southwest. Alrighty, thank you. Stage 5 literally requires 100 lives. LMAO, that shit should be written down on the manual. Yeah, it's sort of a gamer cred stuff. IDK, the code works in a ton of games. I bet it even works somewhere in next rooms. I was just thinking that. I was like, where are we going with this? Start entering it in places. You know what? I think I have an idea where it could work. End of chat log. And yes, it's gonna get saved into our folder. Just this one conversation. I assume they've spoken more than once, surely. Can I break into their computer? No. Okay, well, let's see... The next person, I assume that's Femur, and then there are empty doors for people. Yeah, we haven't recovered yet. So let's see this Femur person. I'm already suspicious about them, just from that one comment. And they just, yeah, live in an empty room. They're a skeleton. What's their favorite track? Yeah, I can't really tell you what it is, just some music. Okay, spooky skeleton. Conversation with Femur from 12th of August, 96. Hey Maximus, thanks for adding me in next rooms. Hey, well, I asked for your code for a reason, didn't I? Yeah, I guess. So, how long have you been doing art for? I'm guessing your whole life? Well, I've been trying to be consistent for the last couple of years at least. No way, you draw like a pro already. Nah, you're too kind, lol. I still have a long way to go. I'm sure I'll find prodigies at college that will destroy me if I don't step up. What college are you planning on applying to? Again, asking personal questions that may reveal your location. The CMAA, of course. They don't admit any average Joes. Well, I'm sure they'll find out that Maximus is no average. Nor a Joe, I think. LMAO. Definitely not a Joe. You can call me Maxine if you want. It's kind of weird to be called the Max or Maximus as my name. LMAO. Again, sharing your name, your college you want to go to. That's a really cute name. Well, Maxine, your art is definitely not average. The CMAA is in Washington State, isn't it? Do you live near, or will you be doing the whole far from home college experience? Wow, not so fast, Buster. I don't share where I live to strangers on their internet. I don't even know your name. Yes. Okay. She's being like, that's too many personal questions for once. You can call me Joe. Unlike you, I think I'm pretty average. Is that your real name? Alright, keep your secrets, Mr. Joe. Talk to you later. I got some homework to do. Talk to you later, Maxine. Okay, end of dialogue, yes. I am even more suspicious of this dude. Who are you and what are you doing? It's like, as someone who spent my teenage years on the early internet, I am quite familiar with the amount of weirdos out there. Good news, a room from has been restored. Knock on their door to visit them. Okay, it's cursed. Absolutely cursed. Whoa, I don't think a roomie lives here. What is this? Crime scene? Clearly. Okay, so we've got options to go places. We've got a bloody hourglass. A bloodstain on the wall. These always have stories to tell. The state of the building you explore reminds you of the phrase, walking into the lion's den. Even if you find desolate areas and bloodstains, everything is better than where you come from. The same blood that unsettles you seems to be describing some sort of clue to this maze. Any help is welcome when you lack a compass. Again, it's like an hourglass, so are we supposed to wait for the screensaver again? Yeah, stand clock is depicted with blood on the wall. And this maze direction and time work in mysterious ways. Okay, it seems to Point to compass and clock. We do? Okay, our clock is red again. I was thinking it was to do with the screensaver again, but maybe not. Okay, Pizzaro also is like, storytellers on next rooms? Huh? Bet you hadn't seen that before, yes, because this is the other application, right? It's all integrated. Okay, well, if we're saying that, currently our clock is pointing at 12, so are we going up? But also, is this where we enter the Konjami code? Let's try that first. So for the Konjami code, we go north. Okay, the clock changed, so it's now pointing us to the left, which is also the next thing in the Konjami code, because it's west. Okay, there is a dead body. Are we the dead body? No, we've reset ourselves because we done it wrong. Okay, well, if we were to continue with the Konjami code, the next one would be south, but isn't this just the exit? Yeah, it is just the exit, okay. So it's not that. Okay, well, I mean, that's weird, because if we follow the clock... Okay, now it's saying 3 o'clock, so we go this way? No, and then we reset ourselves. Maybe it's not that the clock is pointing where to go, instead the clock is the compass, and therefore we have to shift what we're doing where the directions are based on that. So here the compass is pointing at 12, so north is up, and therefore to do the code, we go north. But now north is at 3 o'clock, so in order to go west, we still go up. Okay, we didn't reset, so this is getting somewhere. Then it's at 6 o'clock, and we want to go south, so we still go up. Now it's at 3 o'clock, we want to go east, so we go back down. Then back to 12, we want to go south, so we go down. Now it's at 6, so it's upside down. We want to go west, so we go to the right. There we go. We've gotten to the staircase. And the clock is back to normal clock position, so I assume we've passed that part of it. And we can open this up. And now we're in some back staircase. There is blood and a camera with some picture. You have unlocked mall floor 1. Use the floor button to navigate freely in next rooms. Okay. Yeah, now we're in some old school horror game. Can I pick this up? Not the blood, the picture. An abandoned mall. There's a broken down camera next to a pool of blood. It looks like it has a story to tell. Your aimless wandering pushes you through the emergency exit of an abandoned mall. In front of you, a camera sits on a pool of blood. This is the second time you've seen a scene like this, and your intuition tells you this blood trail will be in other places all over the mall. Yeah, that's what I often think about malls. There will be blood trails all over the place. This broken down camera must have captured what tragedy happened in here. It previously held up to 9 instant photographs. Exactly the amount of spots we have on our board. One of them is lying right here on the floor. You take this photograph with you, expecting to see it in your room's corkboard later, yes. On a sudden quest to prove your bravery, you are sure you need to find the photographs taken by this camera and figure out what happened. Crime happened. Okay. Camera image has been added to your inventory. We can take a look. Yes, it's some sort of cursed picture. It is actually based on a real picture called Saturn devouring his son. Yeah, well, great. Thank you for the art lessons. I guess it's, again, relevant to her because she was an artist and into art. Okay, we can sit at this table. A children's menu with a game on it. Pick it up? Sure. I want to play a game. Rabbit has been added to your inventory. We're going to be chasing some rabbits. Yeah, a sketch. That's the paint thing. Okay, we can join the dots. Oh, such fun. What's up with our colors? I didn't see this before, but like some of them seem to be like emptied. Gotta buy a ink refill for our paint application. Okay, what color should this rabbit be? Purple? Okay. Let's join them dots. Hopefully there are not gonna be any jump scares as I'm focusing on this drawing. And what is this rabbit doing exactly? He's running around with his watch and his umbrella. Okay. It's a little bit weird, but as far as I know, I followed the numbers. Okay, well, a little activity for us. I'll keep it there. There is Installation Wizard. Your number one stop for tricks and illusions, or installing horrible things on your computer. Okay, before we go into places, let's just see if there's anything else to pick up. Be Kind video, a wanted poster on the ground, Wilston Pet Store, can get pets, new fish, Stoll Plaza, the paint source, okay. Yes, is this where we get extra colors? If I paint this rabbit a specific color I currently don't have, things will happen. Someone have their pizza! Crimes of the highest order. Okay, well, let's go through the installation wizard then. Alzara? A fortune-telling machine that needs electricity before scamming you for a few cents. Okay. Alzara got no power, we're gonna turn him on. But that means possibly we can't do anything here unless we have lights and power that can see what's going on. The shop is showcasing a new magic trick, too bad there is enough light to know what it's about. Yes, okay. So we've got to find a power source, because otherwise there is nothing we can see. Okay, tacos and pizza, probably not. Is there anything in the video store? French or card of some sort, you can't make out the contents. Better to leave it alone. Why? Just pick it up and take it outside where there is light, and then you can see. Seriously. Okay, well, maybe through this janitor closet, if we go there, there will be something to turn the power on. Ah, there's something on the ground. A root page taken from an old journal. It's handwriting the notes, heartfelt memories. Let's have a read. Okay, another chronologue in our inventory. Let's have a read. Okay, so just to put in context, like, yes, some of those conversations were, like, happening mid to late 96. And then her last entry is in March of 97. And this current one is December 96. It's getting harder to talk to everyone. Hal has been really nice and I think he understood how I feel, but apparently he's got some personal family stuff going on right now, so we haven't talked much. Mom is pretty pissed about it, but I mean, I get it. We're not his family. Mom gets super mad when I bring it up. Dad is out of the question. I haven't even been able to tell them about my boyfriend. Are the only people who care about me online? Is your boyfriend online? Again, concerned. Not that you can't meet people online and then develop good relationships with them. And what the hell is Desktop Explorer? I shouldn't have installed it. I think someone hacked me. That will kill me if someone hacks this computer. I'll ask my hacker friends. Maybe they know how it got into next rooms. It looks like a spooky game. In any case, I think I need to speak in code from here on out. Okay, this is just Maximus out, just spelled out with different shape characters. But yes, we're still trying to understand how this person fits into our story, right? We don't know them because we were too young when they disappeared. I assume eventually we will get enough information to understand this better. But yes, what we know for now, therefore, is that Maxine was having teenager trouble. I'm gonna call it for now because it's usual for teenager to be like, no one understands me, my parents suck, and I don't want to talk to them, right? Right now, nothing here indicates anything worse than that was going on, but we'll also see where that leads. And also, it's interesting that, yes, her journal entries are hidden inside of this game, but this is all Pizzaro's doing, right? He keeps hacking the computer. Anyway, this janitor's closet, so we can maybe turn the power on. Okay, we've got some electrical cabinets. Sparks are coming out of the breaker box. It looks like the cables need some work. We can do some drawing in here, because it's a drawing file, so let's connect the things together. Okay, it might be that we can't cross the lines. Yeah, we can't cross the lines, okay. Which means we can't erase. Okay, we can undo. Okay, so let's do the red. And let's do the green, but then, yes, how is the blue going to connect? Can we go, like, outside? No, we can't even touch the edges. Oh, we're gonna have to, like, snake it all around. Okay, so let's make big space for ourselves, like this. And then the blue is gonna do snaking all around so we can connect. There we go. Oh, I think things changed in the mall cart. Yes, I would assume so too, but there's a second box. Electricity hazard. This break box has even more cables. Hold up, I don't think you have the right colors for this. You might want to come back later. Okay, yes, now we're getting into this. You don't have the right colors. Okay, maybe I don't need this rabbit then. Although, now that I look at it again, it does have 1 and 30 in red, so that might be clues to something. But I will just write that down and we'll see about it later. Okay, anything else we can interact with here? Yes, this cabinet. A locker with the label COL. Its handle is fastened by a dial paddle. Please input file's password. Okay, we're looking password relating to COL call. We'll be back. We'll be back anyway because we need to do the second box. So I assume then we may also know the password. Yep, we've got lights now. We've got TVs with shapes. Alzara's working. How exciting. Also, it says people 2 out of 10. Someone else is here with us, I think. So the rabbit thing was here, right, on this table. I wonder if I, like, make my time 1:30, will something happen? No. Nothing happened. Okay, well, it was worth a try. It may come back still later. So, Alzara then? A fortune-telling machine. It doesn't need any coins to operate. What does the future hold? So, not awaken at the sound of a falling coin then. Fortune ticket has been added to your inventory. Let's read it. Your fortune. You tried to save your best trick for the end, but destiny had other plans. It might seem like everything is lost now, but you still have a card under your sleeve. Follow the paper rabbit, and you might end up in the fountain near Wonderland. Your lucky numbers. So now it's telling us about the rabbit and maybe the card that was in the video store. Okay, so we need the card, we need the rabbit, and we need something in the fountain. Is there something more in the fountain? Like if we walk around... Ah, okay, there's something in there. There's a single coin below the fountain pool ripples. It must be worth something. Okay, loose change. Added to our inventory. Okay, and that's an image of a coin. We've got $1. We're rich. Okay, I shall keep it here. Okay, can we... like, I want to go to the pet shop, but I know there is already something to pick up in the other places, so let's do that. Go to the installation wizard. Get more suspicious software. Okay, so first is this display cabinet. Display for something important. It's a magic hat. A padlock stops you from looking inside. We need a password as well. There is, I think, an instant photograph inside, so we will need that for later. And what else? There is this thing here. A shop is showcasing a new magic trick. It's a card for divination. Pick up the magic kit? Sure. Add it to our inventory. Card deck. Card trick instructions. Okay. This is related to the numbers. Amaze your friends with the simple card trick. First, visualize in your mind the card they name, then conjure it by using the magic code. But then again, it's not exactly that because we have things like 30 and that wouldn't go into a card deck. And then name your card. Oh, okay. This is the rune from back in Halibut's for rename it. Ah, I know, because if we rename it, that will turn it into the card. So 7D is gonna be 7 of diamonds. Yes. And that gives us TI? Okay, so there are secret messages on the cards as well. It's like, it feels like now we have 3 things that reference the red and blue numbers. But do they come together? Are there different things? It feels like they have to be connected, otherwise that would be a confusing language, although nothing has yet pointed us to this encryption key, right? I found it by just snooping. Do we need to find more items for this, right? Because again, it mentions a card and I saw a card in the video store. This section of the shop is focused on fortune telling. A magic 8-bolt catches your eye, but you're missing a magic key to open its strongbox. Okay, we need to find a key. There is also a weird hand. Okay, let's go explore the other shops then. In case that's, it all comes together once we collect all the items, right? So we have the Be Kind video. Yes, there is the screens with like different symbols. Each of the screens has a starship or something on it, but then they all have a symbol. They all reference a website called Game Bagels. Okay, can we go to that? If we just say it's gamebagels.com. Well, we can't because we have no internet. So unless we know a more specific link that she may have gone to, no luck. Okay, well, what's inside the store then, other than the card we couldn't pick up? Roomy code card. The plastic is scratched and the print is faded, and then the ID is barely readable, but it is readable, which means we can add a new person. Okay, let's go do that. Invite a roomie. Chat log from Camarena has been restored. Okay. Well, let's see what we were chatting about. Okay, well, we would have to go back up to see this. Yeah, okay, we can teleport and then go back here. Oh, hello, you've got cool hair. Restoring conversation. That's from 19th of October 96. Sup, did you get to rent Dream and Gauche? Yeah, dude, the music is awesome. I feel like I didn't really understand the movie though. It's pretty simple actually. Oh yeah, totally. I think I just didn't pay much attention, lol. I might rewatch it. Yeah, I don't think you're ready for this, but you should check out the movie quiz anyway. You might learn a thing or two. Oh yeah, you posted it on your fridge, right? Yeah, I post pretty regularly on fridgemagnets.com post. And then their name and date. Okay, so that's a website we can visit. Can we just click this link? Yes, we can. Okay, I don't need to copy it. Sup, everyone. I see a lot of kids talking about films on other forums, and I wanted to weed out the posers with a quick movie quiz. How many answers did you have to look up? Who made the soundtrack for Dream and Gauche? What type of monster is Slasher's best villain? What color is the bait from Rod and Reel's protagonist? What's the name of the second movie in Linklater's After trilogy? Okay, we're probably gonna have to answer those questions. Then we have Clockwork Emily. Dude, you're seriously putting Rod and Reel on the same level as the Linklater trilogy? You might be a poser yourself. Kino bum. You are so real for this. I can't stand these dweebs talking like they know anything about cinema. Most of them weren't even born yet when Imposter 2 came out. Shaking my head. Internet forums. Okay, well, we're gonna do this quiz somehow at some point somewhere. So let's get back to the conversation. Yeah, I'll try it and tell you about it. Thanks, dude. I'd like to talk more about movies anytime. End of chat log. Okay, well, let's go back to the mall then and keep exploring. The art supplies are closed, so we can't buy more paint for our paint. Go back to the video stored. And also the Be Kind is clearly a reference to the whole Be Kind rewind back in the VHS days. It's cardboard standee about famous movie director. Cinema fun fact. Cinema fun fact. Renowned movie director Linklater inspired the world with his After trilogy, colloquially known as his Fruit trilogy. The unconventional naming of 3 movies left viewers confused at first. No other movies from him follow the name Fruit plus season format. When asked about it, the prodigious director said, I guess I just really love fruits all year round. Will we ever get to see a movie called Banana Autumn? Who knows what this genius will do next? Okay, so he was naming them something, a fruit season, and we're looking for the second movie, and I also see like posters in the back that seem to be related. Okay, so can we inspect the posters? Yeah, movie poster for a famous trilogy. There's an apple on the poster depicted on the poster. Okay, so something apple. Strawberry. Okay, we're not getting like seasons from this though. And pineapple. Okay, well, if they said Banana Autumn was like, will we ever see that movie? I assume none of those are autumn, right? It's spring, summer, and winter, but we don't know how they're connected to the fruits. Yet. We'll have to figure it out. Okay, anything on the shelves? Rack of movie tapes, 3 unmarked boxes stand out. You can pick up any of the 3. Torn movie cassette, painted movie cassette, burned movie cassette. Okay, what's the torn one? It goes in our inventory. Okay, let's pick them all up then. And then inspect them. Oh, okay, I think it replaces them, so we can only have one at a time. Okay, so this is burned one. Can't really see anything. Other just the Be Kind corner. Okay, let's try the other ones again. Okay, torn movie. Yeah, it's just torn in the middle again. Can't see what it is. And painted. And yes, it's completely covered with red paint, so we can't see what it is. Okay, well that's unhelpful. Okay, if I interact with another shelf, it seems to be the same selection, so I assume there isn't anything like we get a different thing per rack. We can look at this TV. You have painted movie case in your inventory. Okay, so we can watch them though. Okay, it's a sad girl with a flower at the grave. I think I saw this girl on one of the posters, so maybe that's how we find out the season, right? Because this looks like could be spring, maybe. Yeah, there she is, like crying on the Apple poster. Okay, so the painted movie is the Apple Girl. Okay, let's pick up the Torn movie then and watch that one. Okay, yes, this is definitely a summer. They're on the beach. Then they leave. Okay, she's crying in bed and then she leaves her husband in the summer. And is that the strawberry movie? Because that's the three characters, while on the pineapple there's just the dad and the daughter. Okay, so it's strawberry summer. And then pineapple is gonna be the burned movie then, I think. Okay, that's actually the whole family here again, and the child is younger. And it's like Christmas, but the dad's working, so the parents are arguing. The woman in this movie with the necklace, she's the woman that was in Halibut's documents. The picture called something "Don't Forget" hair or something, and then the necklace would glow under the colors. So how is that related? Are those movies about Max's life, right? Inserted here by Desktop Explorer. So this is her mother and this is Max. Maybe. Plus, interesting. Obviously, you wouldn't expect that to be normally in the chat room, but we know this is not a normal version of the chat room. And I guess it's winter because it's Christmas and all that stuff, because I was like, oh, they're just inside, but inside and they've got a Christmas tree, and I assume they don't live in Australia, so this one's winter. It's just the question whether this is pineapple or is this strawberry, because yeah, the child is younger, so this one may be strawberry, and the torn one is the pineapple in the end. I mean, here the child also looks young, but I guess the story is that the mother leaves by herself, right? She doesn't take the child with her, and therefore leading to what we see on pineapple, which is just the dad and the daughter. Okay, so we have apple spring, strawberry winter, and pineapple summer. But where does that leave us, right? What are we doing with this information? The other posters are not interactable, but this one is Among Us the movie. There's a photo booth? Yes, a strangely familiar photo booth. It seems a photo has already been taken. You just have to pay for it. Instead of money, this machine takes answers from you. Enter movie quiz question 1. Who made the soundtrack for Dream and Gouge? I don't know. Was it the Sweaters? Since she seems to be obsessed with the music. Okay, apparently it was. Elite movie quiz question 2. What type of monster is Slasher Fest's villain? Okay, I don't even know about that at all. And yes, role and real protagonist. Okay, well, we clearly need more information because all we learned here is about the Link Elliott's trilogy. Oh, okay. The other shelves on the other side are about the other films. So we have Slasher Fest, Dream and Gouge, and Rod and Reel. Okay, well, more movies. Okay, so this one has a cover, but we can't see the monster, so we gotta go and watch it. Okay, is he a zombie? He looks like a zombie. Okay, then we gotta watch Rod and Reel to see the color of the bait, very specifically. Okay, it's just a cover with the fish. It's a fishing movie. Okay, it's different people with different baits. But it's the protagonist, which I assume is the guy on the cover with the red cap, and he's holding a red bait. And then finally, we've got the Dream and Gouge. Okay, and here it says featuring music from the Sweaters. But I already got it from Her Obsession. And it's just them, whoever they are, hanging out on the beach. That's the whole movie. Well, can we answer the quiz now? Do I know everything? Okay, so we're back to question 2. So the type of monster, zombie. And then question 3, the color of the bait, that's red. Yep. And the second movie, the way those posters were hanging, I assume it is the strawberry winter. No, because that's the one that's actually like you have to put something together, right? Can't just look at them individually. Maybe it's like it goes in order, right? So it starts in spring, then it goes to summer, which we go pineapple summer, then we go to strawberry winter, although, yeah, we skipped autumn and then they were talking about the banana autumn. But yes, maybe it's pineapple summer, because season-wise that would be second. Okay, that's correct. I mean, there's only 3 movies, so in theory we could have just gone try them all as long as we had the titles. Obviously, that's not how you solve puzzles, but I did apply some logic to it. Okay, we got a new image. Video. Okay, that's an extra picture from the camera. Game bag. Oh, the game bagels. Okay, but then on this there wasn't any extra address. Yes, I assume eventually we will put something together when we collect more of those pictures. Okay, is that everything here then? Like, we've got a reward, I guess, an instant photo. Those are the things we're looking for, right? Because that kind of what it led us towards earlier. Okay, we have new Tadlock with Camarena restored, so we should hop over there. Good thing there is fast travel. Hello. Yeah, restored conversation from 8th of January 97. So that's closer to when Max went missing. Dude, Linklater's movies, there's something else. What do you mean? I don't know, I think they really resonated with me, like the whole family situation actually. You know, I've had a lot of trouble lately with my dad. I feel like he doesn't really understand what I want to do with my own life, you know? Dude, I don't want to be that person, but you're a total basket, lol. Oh yeah, totally, LMAO. No, I get it, I just wanted to sound deep, you know, like sad movie art and stuff. Do you have any other recommendations? Or whenever you find the time, lol. I'm always online anyway, LMAO. End of chat log, okay. She was trying to be like, I share my life with you, and the other person like, no thanks. I didn't want this sort of connection. I guess we can close the movie quiz now, and we can return to the mall. I think there is the pet shop still to check out. Hopefully the pets are okay. What you got in the shop? Oh no. A shattered aquarium. A closer look reveals the space could have a story to tell. Yes, fish crime. You stand before a broken fish tank. Its sharp glass edges are stained with blood. It looks far from an accident, and you can't help but wonder who suffered this atrocity. Were they contemplating colorful fish before they were pushed against the glass? You make your best effort to ignore the possible struggles from this murder scene, and imagine what once was a peaceful aquarium. In the end, the best way to visualize something like that is a change of scenery, and most importantly, to stay still. Okay, we're waiting for another screensaver. Okay, it's not popping in automatically, so we may have to set it this time, because we know there is a fish aquarium. So this time it's like, no, you have to know what you're doing. And now we wait. Okay, we're in the aquarium. We're seeing the fish. Is anything happening? There's a shark! There's a shark in my aquarium. Okay, but other than that, nothing is happening, so I guess it's not quite that thing. Well, maybe let's explore this shop more. Maybe it will bring us more information rather than just standing here. Because, well, we've learned that there were fish and that they had stripes. At least one of them did. Okay, we've got a green chameleon. At least he's got food. You know, some of the digital pets are still okay. And a yellow bearded dragon. Seems color is important in some way. Then we have 30 tank for small pets. The glass is dirty enough to block your view inside. Okay, a reptile tank. Can we erase? Okay, yes, we can clean the glass by just doing an eraser. There we go. There's a snake, a red snake inside. Fortunately, he's immune to it being erased. I don't think snakes eat like food from a bowl. Someone give him some actual snake food. Okay. He's cleaned up. Then we've also got another container bee. And there is a blue tortoise inside. There you go, little guy. I've cleaned it a little bit for you. Okay, there's another card. Okay, we've got another Ruby. RC lizards. Let's add them. Chatlow from CJ has been restored. Okay, what are you gonna say, CJ? You know anything about them pets? Oh, he's a cute little froggy. And he's got some sort of board here with 2 chairs, because it's like Oh, fish with 1 stripe is 1, fish with 2 stripe is 2, fish with 3 stripe is 3. Is there a fish code in the aquarium? 23rd of January, okay, so even later on. Hello, Max. Hello, CJ. What's up, my good man? Got any new animal fun facts? I want to share some stuff with you from school. Oh, exciting, I'm all ears. Clownfish have all unique stripes to recognize each other. I could stare at them for hours. He likes yelling. Wow, like an ID? I bet I know what screensaver you have on your computer. Yes, my mom doesn't like pets, but my dad got me a tank for a turtle. That's great. Oh, you must have a great father. Are turtles your favorite animals? No, reptiles are my favorites, but they have an order. The best reptiles. But you're a frog. First place, chameleons. Okay, that's how it's gonna come back to the whole what's in the shop. Second place, snakes. Third place, bearded dragons. Fourth place, turtles. Wow, you sure have it all figured out. Yes, Max, order is very important. End of chat log. Okay, well, it's clearly telling us things about what's in the shop. So let's return. We're gonna walk again. Oh, so who's here with us? Who's the second person? I keep thinking. Because yes, we have the green chameleon here. It's green. Then the snake is red. The bearded dragon was yellow. Yes. And the turtle was blue. So the order is green, red, yellow, blue. And then the fish have stripes. Oh, and there is also this thing here. An electronically locked cash register. It requires PIN password to open. There is a cute fish drawn here too. Okay, so do we have to like fish stripes are the numbers and the fish colors are the order? Yes, and then we need a password, which I assume is the code, which means now we go to the screensaver. I was on the right track, but I needed more information. Okay, so we can ignore the ones that are different colors that we don't need. So we have green fish with 3 stripes, yellow fish with 4 stripes, red fish with a single stripe, and the blue fish with 2 stripes. So it would be 3142. Okay, well, let's see if that's the answer. 3142. There we go. And that's another picture. Yes. So those are the rewards for what we're doing here. Investigating the crime scenes. Yes, the game page goes okay, and then it's .com/user/something. Is that a body bag? Concerning. Okay, so that means the magic store remains. I probably just missed what I needed to do there. I don't think there was a card for someone in there, but we do have like the magic rabbit picture and the color numbers, so I think it gave us clues. I was just not thinking hard enough about how to solve it because I thought maybe we need to check out everywhere. I wonder if it goes together with the rabbit because it says, yeah, a figure appears like magic and there is like red numbers. So what if we connected things in the way those numbers tell us in the fortune ticket? Okay, so we go like this. Okay, I guess it could be a 6. And then we do the red numbers too. So we've got 6, 7, 9, 8, 6. Okay, we got 6 of diamonds. Okay, this is connecting with the cards. So then we go into a card deck and we do 6 of diamonds here. Oh, and then we get a password back to those password embracers. So we get CR. Okay, well, what's our next card then? Because I assume it will be 3 cards and then we get the answer. Okay, so a Jack of Hearts. So rename it. Does it go this order or does it go the order it's on the picture? Okay, no, it does have ON on it. Though now I wonder if all of them would have letters on it, but it's only the correct ones will have the answers, right? Because the 70 also had letters. Just as a test, if I do Hearts Jack just to be aligned with what's on the picture. No, okay, it's not a valid card, so we know that the other one's correct. Okay, and then the third card, it's a 3 of some very complicated shape because there's lots of red numbers. Okay, it's a spade, I guess. Quite clever that they've managed to do this with like, yes, okay, it's a picture of a rabbit, but then they've managed to fit in all of the codes here. Okay, let's go. 3 of spades, and then OS close bracket. So it's Kronos, the god of time. Okay, so here we have this box that needs padlock code, so... Okay, it is this, because I was like, oh, but wouldn't that be numbers? But no, apparently that's how we get the picture. So magic has been added to our inventory. Nice work on the photos you found so far. Some of them appear to have something written on them. Weird. Is it weird? Didn't you put it there? Okay. It's the Game Bagels Hazel 82. So it's still not everything because there's still the locked box here. We need a magic key to open it. But that might be something we uncover through following the photos. So yeah, we can put this together. So it's a Game Bagels com users Hazel 82. And then go to our web browser. There we go. That opens and it has maze, secret path, point system theory that seems to be related to the TV screens in the video shop, and then some games we can't, Konjami code theories, can't access those. But I think we've been here for quite a while. I have lost myself in this game and I'm like, I've been recording for 2 hours. So I think while there's still many mysteries to unlock in just this next room area, we've gotta leave it for next time. I hope you are into this game as much as I am, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider liking or subscribing. As always, thank you to all the members for supporting the channel, and I will see you soon, back on another cursed adventure.